So in this video, we're going to talk all about Manta Network. I want to answer the simple question if you should buy Manta Network. I also want to go through the entire thing and talk about when, if you should buy it, then when should you buy it to have the biggest chance of making as much money as possible, because crypto is not the same way anymore. Crypto has drastically changed. It is not the same way. You cannot just buy any of the projects that get listed that have a bunch of hype. The market cap is really, really big. It requires a lot of money to move. So in this video, I want to go through everything here step by step to make sure that we can make the best entrance as possible. I want to answer the question if you should buy, and I'm not going to tell you that you should buy or shouldn't buy, but I will talk about it from the perspective of an average investor, what the risk is and what the opportunities are, and then you can calculate for yourself if you should buy or not. But I will also cover if I'm gonna buy personally, when I'm gonna buy personally, so that you guys know exactly what's going on. So let's start off by talking about Manta Network. It is a big deal, supported by Binance, supported by a lot of other people. But this also means one very big difference that was not going on before in crypto. Crypto is not the same way as it was before. Before, you could buy pretty much any project that had a bunch of hype and you would expect it to do a 10x, 50x, or even 100x, like 2017 and before, those glorious years of crypto. But now it's way, way different. Now you have big venture capitalist firms investing a lot of money, and the project that we're talking about already has a market cap of $600 million, meaning if it's gonna double in value, we need $600 million to enter the project. And then we also need to take into consideration all of the people that are gonna take profit while that goes on. It's a lot of money, and that is the change that has happened in the crypto over the last couple of years. All of these big projects with insanely large market caps and that are supported by big investment firms, Binance Labs and so on, they are no longer here to develop the world of crypto. Well, they're doing some development. Some projects are providing some features, but most of the time they are here as an extraction machine to get your money. They post a project. All of these investment firms have all of their money already in the project, and when it launches, they have already done a 20x and they are here to extract your money. So it's not as simple to see the project. Yes, it has the hype. Yes, it has the community. Yes, it is backed by all of the big players, but it also means that all of the big players are here to get your money through this project. That is just the biggest change that we have seen this bull run here. All of the big players use the big projects as a means to constantly extract money without having any risk at all. Basically, the ROI in the beginning, they get your money and then they print money for 2 years while all of you guys are buying it. So there's only one way to really make it here when investing in these projects. I have a list here of all the things that we're going to go through. It's a really important list because if you don't know these things and you just go ahead and invest in a project like this, there's a really big chance that you're going to end up losing your money. And there's only one way to really successfully do this. Well, there's actually two ways, but the second way that I'm going to mention in this video, it's already too late, but you need to know it for future projects. So we're going to talk about the one way that you can make money with this here, investing in this project. The second way that we're going to talk about is how you can make money in future projects. So we mentioned the projects have really, really big market caps. That's because they are a vehicle for extraction of capital. You gotta be tactical when you buy. You cannot just see the projects. You could invest in Manta Network right now and it could go down 50%. It could go up 50%. Nobody knows. So you need to be tactical, you need to be careful. Once again, this is a tool of extraction for the big investors, the people investing in this project. They're here to extract your money. You can tag along for the ride and make some money along the ride, but the ride goes both up and down, and there's a very big chance if you don't have the right tactic, if you don't have the right strategy and tools, you will time it wrong and you will lose all of your money. We're here to make sure that that doesn't happen, but in order to do so, we need to talk about who carries the risk and we need to talk about who is the target. for this project and for the investment firms. Think of it like this. If you are an investment firm, maybe you have $1 million you invest in this project, you're guaranteed 20x on launch when your first unlock happens. You already ROI, you extract $10 million. Where does those $10 million come from? They don't come from other big investment firms. They come from the liquidity on all the platforms. And who are the guys providing that liquidity? Yes, it's you. All of the people hyped up about the project buying. If you look at these projects here, I can just show you. I look at the CoinMarketCap graph here. I'm not even in TradingView. I can just see it right here. If we look at the trading volume, we are looking at, it peaked at $1.28 billion here in the beginning, which means a lot of people bought here in the beginning and a lot of people sold. Basically, over 600 million or almost up to $1.2 billion were extracted from Manta Network here in the beginning, from everyone that was hyped up about the project, because otherwise, if people were not selling at the same time as everyone was flooding in all of their money to get a position in on this project, then we would already see the price double or triple. But all of the venture capitalists, all of the firms coming in early, they have now ROI'd. They have moved the risk. This here is really important. They have moved the risk from themselves to you. Everyone that has bought the project right now, they are carrying the risk of this project, because all of the people that were in it, private sales, pre-sales, all of that shit, all of the early investments, they have already ROI'd. They are now in the green. They have already made some money. They are, from now on, they're gonna print money. Every single dollar that is pushed into this project, they're gonna extract during the time that they're gonna unlock all of their tokens. Now you guys know how that works. Now, how do we solve this? How can you invest so that this does not happen, so that you don't invest and right away goes down 10% and you're underwater? That is the entire trick here. Let's say you invest $1,000, it goes down to $900 right away almost, because as you put in money, price goes up, and the guys that already have big positions that have already 20x'd from the price that they were able to buy in at, they're extracting your money. And you feel like you cannot sell at a loss, so you keep your money in there. But that is the entire trap. Now your money is trapped in there mentally. You don't want to sell it at a loss. So now they have plenty of time to extract your money. It's just stuck in there. So once again, what can we do about it? The only way to win is with trend trading. All other ways are gambling. If you try to randomly time it, you think maybe now it's gonna pump, maybe now a positive news is gonna come out. All of the people that have already invested, they have already ROI'd, so they don't care about the news. They're gonna keep on extracting money no matter what happens. And they're so ahead on all of this, so they might even try to sell exactly when you're gonna buy, which means when you get hyped up, when you feel the FOMO, and when you buy, all of these people are gonna sell exactly when you put in your money, and you're gonna be underwater right away. So the only way to succeed here, the only way to win, is with trend trading. There are multiple ways to go ahead and do trend trading. Personally, I use the archive indicator. I've also used the CTO Lawson indicator. I bought it, I liked it, but I've designed my own archive indicator in a way that it's a little bit faster when it comes to getting your money out of trouble. So let's say we use this indicator for trend trading. We're gonna check Manta Network right now. It is so new that we don't have a trend, which means we cannot make a decision right now. We don't want to make a decision on the 2-hour time frame. It is in an uptrend on the 2-hour time frame, but we don't want to make a decision on it. On the 3-hour time frame, it's also in an uptrend. But we're gonna wait for the daily or the weekly, because that's gonna follow the market sentiment more over a long duration. It's something I talk a lot about when it comes to the strategy of the archive indicator and the process of the archive indicator. The entire indicator is designed to make you slow down your thinking. You don't want to be in the charts 24/7. It's gonna stress you out mentally. You will not be able to make good decisions. It's here to make good decisions over longer durations of time so that you more easily can make more money with less stress while protecting your capital. The archive indicator is focusing heavily on capital protection, so that is what we have in mind. We're gonna wait for the daily time frame to form a trend, and then we will know what to do. You can of course use other trend trading tools, but I really like the archive indicator. I've specifically designed it for this. It works really well. As you will be able to see here, as Manta Network goes into a trend, we will be able to properly follow it, just like we have done with previous projects like Sui and similar that just climbed over 300% and a lot of people missed it. But it did it over such a long time that people miss it. It goes like 5% in a week and you don't notice it, and then another 5%, but the trend tool catches it and you will be able to follow that trend over time. Because if you don't have a strategy like this, you're just placing random bets and hoping for the best. That's not what we're here to do. If you do that, you will have your money extracted by the early players, by the venture capitalist firms and so on. They will get your money and you will lose money. So for the big question, should you buy this project? I believe it's a good project. I will not sit here and tell you what to do and not what to do, but as you have heard so far, I provided a lot of value so that you will be able to make a good decision for yourself. But what I will say is that the project has a community. It has the hype, it has the backing, it has the technology. It could be a really, really well-performing player here in crypto. It could be giving us big gains in the future. But there's just this one key thing. We don't care about all of this. If it goes down, it goes down. So we need to make sure that when it starts going up, when it forms that trend, we're there ready to take action and put in our positions and ride the uptrend. That's what we're gonna do. Right now, we don't have a trend. So I'm not gonna buy anything personally right now, but if we talk about what I'm gonna do personally, I'm waiting for the trend to form. Once you have a trend, I can put in my position. But I want to see a good strong trend first on the 4-hour time frame. When that is confirmed, we wait for the daily time frame. That's when I can put in a first position. And then later, when the uptrend on the weekly time frame is confirmed, that's when we can ride it really, really steadily and make some big gains. We have talked about all the risk. We have talked about that you cannot gamble. You cannot just place a bet because you will lose, because the other people in this project with big money, they are not gambling, they are extracting, and they're gonna extract your money if you don't ride the trend properly. This is all about trend trading, and it works really, really well with all the projects in crypto as well. So that is what I'm gonna do. That is my strategy. I wait for the trend and then I can ride the trend up, cash out, leave the project, make the money, and that is the entire plan. Now, let's talk about the other way that you can prepare yourself for future projects. So the other way to prepare yourself for future projects is to become an insider. You become one of the guys that can position themselves early in a project, ROI in the beginning, and move the risk from yourself to all the other investors that are late to the party, that invest with no advantage. You need to position yourself so that you have an advantage when investing. It is the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter if the project is good or if the project is bad or anything of that. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is that you have an advantage over other investors. That is my own personal strategy, and it works. Every single project that we get, every single project that we follow, I'm able to get better positions than everyone else because I make sure that I only invest when I have an advantage. If I don't have an advantage, I just simply do not invest, because if I invest without an advantage, all of the people in there with advantages, they are gonna outperform me, they're gonna extract my money, and they are gonna be the ones that win and make all of the money. So we need to make sure that you have an advantage before you invest in future projects. That is a very complex topic because it's about climbing the ladder in crypto, providing value, doing a bunch of things in order to get in on positions early. In order to do that, you need to do a bunch of things. One of the most important things is providing value. I talk a lot about this in another video that I just recently posted. That video covers the truth of crypto. we start talking about it. It's a long process. I'm gonna do more videos like it. That is basically part 1. But we cover in detail how crypto works, the truth about crypto, how to position yourself. It's a big thing. I don't have time to go through it here in this video. You can watch that video if you like. We go into more detail how all of this is set up, how to position yourself, how to get an advantage, and so on. It takes some work. Some of you guys are ready for it. Some of you guys are not ready for it. You can make money here with trend trading, but the best way to do it is, of course, to push that risk away from yourself to others, get the advantage, and guarantee the gains. So I hope that answered all of you guys' questions. We talked about if you should buy it. We talked about when to buy it. We talked about when I'm gonna buy it personally, or if I'm gonna buy it. We need that uptrend to confirm. We also talked about the risks involved, and we also talked about trend trading, and of course, preparing yourself for future projects and getting that advantage. I'm gonna provide as much value as I can, so stay tuned for future videos. I'm gonna do more guides and things like this, and also talk about specific projects just like this. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope all of you guys make massive gains, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.